Did a United States Air Force general just spill the beans about UFOs on Reddit? This is a juicy story, so let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, and if you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider becoming a channel member. See the first link in the description below. Okay, let's just get right to it. This is from a story by Linda Moulton Howe, one of my favorite UFO researchers, and she always has some really great scoops and sometimes some really good sources. Sometimes her sources are a little questionable, but she's a wonderful reporter, and she's been in the business for a long time and has some great contacts and great insight. And so she is on this story. This was a Reddit post that was up for a brief amount of time and then was removed suspiciously. Many people think that this Reddit post was put up by USAF, United States Air Force Major General John A. Allen, Jr., Commander, Air Force Installation and Mission Support, San Antonio, Texas. Hey, I'm in Texas. I like that. Bring it on. UFO disclosure brought to you by Texas. Let's do it. And let's just get to his post. I'm going to read it instead of Linda Moulton Howe. As a current, and he very cutely calls himself J. Allen, as in J. Allen Hynek, but also as a reference to, General Allen. As a current aero engineer for the U.S. Air Force, 26 years and still going, I can help you decode at least some of this. And he's talking about Grusch and the whole story. I can help you decode at least some of this. First, I know that Grusch has only limited ability to talk about this subject. He did get clearance to speak to a certain extent, but he must withhold quite a bit in order to avoid very serious law violations. So we expect him to be holding back some things he could say, and this also necessitates rephrasing on-the-fly language he would normally use. Second, this retrieval program is real and is the most highly classified program in the U.S. The program is called Zodiac, and this may or may not come out in the public hearing soon. Take this in when viewing this man's speech. He is trying to talk to us about the most highly classified project in the world. People have historically died, lost careers, lost family due to this secret. So to say this is stressful to talk about would be an understatement. And they're talking about body language and stuff like that. Let's move on to the next one. Third, when he shook his head talking about the spacecraft and alien is because we don't really think this is what they are, but this term is in common use publicly and is as close as we can describe the phenomena to the general public and be understood. These are much more than spacecraft. They are trans-medium interdimensional craft to the best of our knowledge. And on the alien aspect, this is just the easiest term we have because we don't really know for sure, but this term is pretty close. At present, we consider most of these beings to be advanced biological AI. Lastly, I can tell you from my own experience while on duty, these are real. I can tell you this because I was present on 2 occasions where these craft were above our base watching us. Whoa, is that in San Antonio? I wasn't read into this program. I can only tell you I was there on 2 occasions, happenstance, and they are as real as the nose on your face. And the Reddit thread goes on, and he addresses some questions. And I'll link to Linda's video, and she will read through some of these questions that he answers in the Reddit thread before it was taken down. And you can read all the responses that he gives, if indeed it is the general giving them. Okay, I would be remiss if I didn't show the other side of this whole story, and that's something that David Haith has pointed out. In the posting, J. Allen said he is an aero engineer for the U.S. Air Force, 26 years and still going strong. Major General Allen has a 31-year service and is unlikely to describe himself as an aero engineer or even give a valid name. Dishonest hype journalism from Linda Moulton Howe. So, I don't think it's dishonest, but I do think that Linda can be a little, as metamaterial says, a little credulous sometimes. So, let me know what you think. Either way, an extremely juicy story. And if her source is to be believed, it gets even juicier with more whistleblowers potentially coming out. 6 more whistleblowers coming out, guys. That's exciting. But then Linda also has a source that gives her information corroborating this account and giving some additional insight into the situation. So let's take a listen to that as well.
Why is Sean Kirkpatrick in the Pentagon's AARO program attacking Grusch so strongly? Source answer. There is an overwhelming amount of individuals, in particular special access programs known as SAPs, that are jumping ship and asking both in formal written petitions and through hired legal counsel to enter the Whistleblowers Protection Program in order to push more information about all of this to the public. Most of the younger officers that are involved in these matters, mainly from the Navy and Air Force, want this fully investigated and laid bare to the public. More than a handful of these officers have also asked to be assigned to the Whistleblower Protection Program. Most of the senior officers are older, and they hold off on the excuse of because of national security. What's boiling under the surface is an internal conflict, actually an outright threat to military order and control because of the overclassification of the U.A.P. phenomenon. Another question from me. Well, why isn't Sean Kirkpatrick and company supportive of Grusch? Where are the boundary lines in the trench warfare now? Here's another answer. Grusch is one of the young guns that put everything, all caps, on the line to do the interview that everyone saw. There's the group that's helping him to push this information to the public forefront, and the older group wants him to shut up or eliminate him from speaking out on this topic. That's as raw as it is, unfortunately, in the climate of public disclosure. Another question from me. Who, for what reason, on July 28th, a month ago, took down the General Allen, if it was General Allen, backing up Grusch within only 3 hours of the original posting at Reddit? And that circles back to, why is Grusch under attack by Kirkpatrick and his sidekicks at AARO in the Pentagon? Especially if his senior, and if it were General Allen who was supporting Grusch. My source. That is a great question, in my opinion. I wish I could answer the who part of who took it down so quickly. I simply do not have any factual information on that. I'm on the fence when it comes to Kirkpatrick. Some of the things that he has spoken openly about, I still cannot confirm to this day. It seems to me to be too scripted, some of the information that he is putting out to the public. General Allen is one of the few that is trying to push some of these individuals that have or have had involvement with the U.A.P. phenomena and have asked to be protected from prosecution by entering the whistleblower program. General Allen is the one pushing that agenda so the public could be more informed and aware about what is going on. Linda, I truly believe that the whole damn cover-up is unraveling faster than can be controlled either by force or coercion. Grusch is factual when he states people have been harmed and even killed because of this issue and releasing information without the consent of their superiors. David Grusch knows way much more than you saw on TV. He is just the beginning, and I can attest to the fact that there are many more people who are going to come forward as Grusch did. I personally know of 6 more that signed into the whistleblower group to bring more information to the committee members, meaning Senator Burchett and others, trying to put this in front of the public through congressional hearings that are public.
Fascinating, right? So there you go. We have actual sources, maybe even a United States Air Force general talking about the UFO cover-up and how the David Grusch information is real and how there are more whistleblowers coming out. There are people queuing up to enter the whistleblower protection program, according to Linda's source. I hope her source is on the level. I hope that's true. I hope they have not been put off by Sean Kirkpatrick and all the shenanigans going on. But then again, maybe they have been emboldened by the Schumer-Rounds amendment and, Arrow being placed under the jurisdiction of Kathleen Hicks instead of Ronald Moultrie. I think there's a lot of exciting developments going on, a lot of positivity, and there's a big movement. There's a zeitgeist going on within the people that know in the positions of power, people in the program. I think people want to get this information out. A lot of them. As you heard Linda's source say, there's kind of a generational divide. There's people that, the older guys that want to keep the secret, and then there's the young guns like David Grusch that want to bring this forward. And I guess we need to support those young guns and give them all the protection and encouragement we can give them. But we also need to make sure that the whistleblower protections are very rock solid and very secure, because as you've just heard, and as you already know, there are many people that seem to have been taken out over this issue. Now, hopefully David Grusch is prominent enough and public enough where he is safe from the worst of that now. That's why Bob Lazar is said to have come out, is to protect himself by going public. And that may be why David Grusch came out as well, or at least part of it. I think he genuinely wanted to get this information out. That is possibly a benefit of coming out to the public. And so hopefully if more whistleblowers come out, they will be protected too. But until they do come out, they are probably in a precarious situation. And they need to have support. They need to probably have security, God knows what else. But either way, it is a very exciting times. It looks like wheels are in motion, guys. There is reason to be very optimistic. Mike Turner or no Mike Turner, he's trying to shut down the, UFO hearings in the House Oversight Committee, and he may have some sort of influence on Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House. But either way, there is a movement going forward, and there are people dedicated to bringing this information out. As the general, if that's who it was on the Reddit post, was saying, David Grusch put everything on the line to bring this forward. And, others are as well. And I salute their bravery and their courage and their dedication. And they are changing the world. And thank you guys for your courage. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you wanted to share this video on social media, that would be super helpful and super groovy. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.